Welcome to another episode of Russell Realty Minute with your host, Evan Russell, where Evan shares his real-world real estate experience with you. If you like what you hear, please be sure to give him a quick review right here in iTunes. Thank you for listening.
Is the market going to cool down? Are these prices going to stop? Everything that goes up must come down, right? I mean, the market's definitely going to crash at some point. My answer to that, as an individual broker owner in the greater Boston area on November 18th of 2021, my answer to that is it's not going to come down. And the answer is very simple as to why it's not going to come down. When I sit with a seller and I show them the comps, and there's 3 comps at 440, for example, the seller's not going to say, well, maybe I'll take 435, right? A seller's not going to say, well, maybe I'll take 430. They're not going to say that. A seller wants the most amount of money for their house, right? It only makes logical sense. They're not going to settle for less. Why would they? Unless their situation is different. They're in a pickle, they're foreclosure, short sale, they're in financial crunch, they got to move out, they're in a relocation, some reason where they might take a little less. The majority of sellers that are speaking to agents about how to price their home are not logically going to price their home less than the comps. Why would they do that? Therefore, the market's not going to go down. Now, the market's not going to continue to grow. We're not going to continue to see 20 and 30 and 40, 50, sometimes $100,000 over asking price. We may see 5 or 10. So is the market cooling? The market's cooling a little bit because the buyers are getting kind of savvy, saying, listen, I'm not going to spend $110,000 over asking price. I may spend 3 or 4 or 5 or 10, but I'm not going 40 and 50 like they've done the majority of 2021 and the end of 2020. It's not going to happen. But is the market going to cool down? The market's going to slow down a little bit, maybe, but the demand is still high. The inventory is still low, right? And a seller is not going to take a logical seller in a normal situation. Now, there's always exceptions to the rule. A normal seller isn't going to take less than what the comps are. If you're in a condo development and there's 4 comps that sell at 400, why would you put the house on the market at 390? That's the only way the market will go down, is if you have several sellers that say, you know what, I don't want 400, I want 390 for my place. That's the only way the market logically goes down, right?
This has been another Russell Realty Minute, brought to you by Evan Russell.